Morning, guys. So another day. I've been up since 4. As you can see, something that I'm starting to do is journal. I recently re-enrolled in therapy, just because I've noticed just a slight slip in my overall perspective on certain things that I'm currently dealing with. Not nothing negative, like I always say, not like suicidal or nothing like that. That's the furthest thing from my mind. But just starting to normalize being self-aware, to identify times where I might feel like mentally I'm slipping a little bit and just need a recharge. I know, especially in the in the black community, especially us as men, a lot of times we have this whole thing about therapy. It's only for certain people. It's for crazy people. It's for people who are suicidal, or just different things like that. But it's none of that. I've realized that in order to be my best self, for me, for my family, for people I come into contact with, therapy is important. It's not that anything is necessarily wrong, but it's just to make sure that you keep your cup full. You keep your, just your overall mental in a space to where, when you come in contact with other people, you're able to give from a full cup, as opposed to, if you never, have anybody to help you to refill and recharge, you pouring from an empty cup, and eventually, that's where the burnout, that's where the depression, that's where the anxiety, that's where the, just all the negative things come about, because you didn't take the time to sit down with someone else and have them to pour into you, have them to, speak life and help you walk through things. Because, something I've been dealing with, as of late, is, this upcoming drop, relaunching the brand. What if it fails? What if it, what if it doesn't click? Blah, blah, blah. But in the grand scheme of it all, and something that I'm realizing is, what if it does blow up in the, already predetermined time? What if it does change my life forever, change the world, change, just change everything in a positive way? What if it do, what I'm saying, do those things that I want it to do? Just reframing, as opposed to looking at the negative, look at the positive, the positive possibilities that can come out of this. So long as I have the breath in my body, I'm grateful for it, and I'm gonna just keep pushing. And I will encourage you guys to do the same. So I was a little, just a little, I just went there for a minute, just because I want to make sure that in watching this vlog, you guys really understand that this is my life. This is what I do. I don't try to encourage people. I don't do none of that stuff if I'm not following it myself, or just being transparent and honest that I'm in the middle of trying to, get better myself. So I'm going to go in here, get a workout in. My wife gave me a whole list of stuff to get. Okay. So I just finished grocery shopping. Now I have to head home, take a shower, and then log on for my 9 to 5 job. So that's, pretty much how my morning normally works, from 4 to 9. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. The YouTube thing has definitely been a journey. I'm trying to figure out, what you guys want to see, what sticks. This is a day in my life. Here as well. I just do a little bit, rubbing my hand. Just, apply it to my beard. Get through. Just damaged hair. Where I just get my shears and cut it off. And of course, I clean all this up once I finish. Let my wife tell it I don't, but I do my best. Alright, so that done. I don't have the most extensive facial care routine, but I mean, it's better than nothing. So now I had a little breakfast snack earlier, and now for, I guess you would say, brunch, having some leftover pizza from last night. I've logged on for work. I get some work done. That's my life. That's pretty much, how things look for me every day, from 4 in the morning to 9. Now I'm gonna work this 9 to 5. Then I have to DoorDash right after that. Come home, spend time with the family, go to bed, and do it all over again tomorrow. I don't recommend this lifestyle to anybody, but if you want to have something special in your life, if you want to achieve goals, then it takes making a little extra sacrifice, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm gonna enjoy this pizza, get some work done, and just knock out the rest of the day. This whole new vlogging thing, trying to document my life, not even just like from the standpoint of business or anything like that, but just so I can compile the memories and the snapshots of different things that I do. I'm a pretty boring person now that I've gotten older. Got a kid, married, more of a family man. It's like family, church, and work, business. So I'm working on that. My wife gets on me all the time, like Gav, you need to do stuff, you need to get out. But I just be so laser focused on taking care of all the important things. I don't put as much emphasis on taking care of the other things that are just as important, which are free me time, or just kind of like the time to kick back and relax. So it's a process, but I definitely want to start implementing, doing things that just fill my cup. Just documenting that, all of it. A lot of times It's funny, I like to think about the process of, speaking about growth, I like to think about the process of the growth of a bamboo tree. I'm not like a big, agriculture and nature and all that stuff type of guy, like where I know everything, but I like to know about a little bit of everything, and at least have like bits and pieces that I at least understand. And with understanding the long process of the growth of a bamboo tree, from the time you plant it to the time you see the first sprout, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. But you keep nurturing it, watering it, taking in and giving it the nutrients and everything that it needs. Once it does sprout and break ground, it's like exponential growth. And I feel that that's exactly what's going on right now. Being in the preliminary early stages of, growing Paranormal Collective, bro, like, we're just getting started. I don't know what the first collection, first drop will look like, but one thing I do know is that it's going to happen. If it's the Lord's will, it's going to happen. And that's us, digging the dirt up, putting a little hole in the ground, and saying that this is gonna happen, man. The mission is just gonna make it happen, and just learn and build from there. So I'm very excited, but like I said, I'm on the way to get this haircut, so I'll just check back in once I get there. Yes, sir, we back in the game. Got the haircut and everything. Got the haircut. Gotta go home, record some content. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning, man. But I'm excited. Like I say, man, life changing. Shout out to my guy Trav. Look him up on Instagram. Trav the Innovator. Trav the Innovator. Cutting in Raleigh, North Carolina. He always get me right, man. He's cut at Dreamville. The guy's, definitely done a lot of, great work. Work with cut a couple of celebrities. So y'all check him out. Again, Trav the Innovator. Yeah. But now we about to head back home. Like I said, have work to do. It doesn't stop. It does not stop at all. for anything. You know, now I have to go home and grind out a ton of content. Like I said, I wanted to take advantage of having this haircut, you know, feeling clean, feeling fresh, and just keep doing what I need to do, man. It's just like tomorrow's as you know, it's closer to time to shoot the commercial and everything. It just gets more and more surreal. Like I said, this will be the first one, so I wanted, it will go right. It will, you know, be impactful. It'll pop off, you know, bring people into the brand, bring them into the community to understand what we're all about. So, just ready to get it recorded, release it, and just keep doing more of this day in life vlogging as well, just so you guys can get a better understanding for who I am, you know, as a person.